tell you the story first. Originally, the Apaches all lived in the underworld. Eventually, they had a contest with the creatures of the night as well as the day creatures to determine where they were going to stay, mostly the underground or the upward area, which is what we call Turtle Island. There was a series of 4 events that went on. The day creatures and the day people won that competition, so they ended up going to the Turtle Island. Then there was a separation of kingdoms. The sky creatures were ruled and controlled by the great eagle. The land creatures were controlled by the large dragon. The Apaches were on the land, but they also were friends with both the sky creatures and the land creatures. After a time, the Apaches started to populate and they started to become more numerous on the earth. So then the dragon who ruled the land creatures became fearful of the Apaches because of their intellect and because of their mass production. So he was worried that they were going to eventually take over his rule of the land creatures. So he waged war against the Apaches. And how he would do it is every time a child was born, he would go and he would eat the babies. And there was one gal who had multiple babies and the dragon kept eating them, so finally she decided to hide her next baby deep into the caves. The dragon would come constantly and he would try to eat their babies, and he says, "Where's your baby?" She says, "I don't have a baby, you've eaten them all." He says, "No, I sense the baby's here. Where is it?" And he'd look in the caves and he never found it. And in the meantime, as time passed by, the woman was teaching him how to hunt and kill prey, how to become an attacker and a warrior. So one day when the boy's a little bit older, the dragon comes around and sees the boy and he says, "Aha." He's like, "It was true, you were alive. I knew you were around here and I finally found you. You will die now." The boy said, "No, you won't, for I will kill you." The dragon chased him and started laughing, but the boy pulls out his bow and arrow and shoots him right in the heart. And when it hit the heart, it just released one of the scales, and the dragon laughed and said, "Ha ha ha, you cannot kill me." He pulled out another bow and arrow from his bow and shot him again. It hit the heart, but it took off another scale. He did that 3 times. By the 3rd time, he could see the skin, and by the 4th shot, he was able to kill the dragon. So from there, after we teach that, that's a condensed story of it, the tactic or the drill, the battle application says that just because you stab a person in the heart doesn't mean they're going to die. Some people are like the dragon. You have to kill them 4 times in the heart before they die. Some Native Americans also have their heart located in the center and some even to the right side. Even today, there's a certain tribes that were like that, and they realized when they fought other tribes that when they shot them on the left side that they were dying because their heart had been moved. So what they taught them is when you're doing your dragging strikes, you're trying to do both sides of the heart, including the center, because within those 4 strikes, the person will die. So from that application, what we're going to do is we're going to do light sparring, and I'm just going to kind of do like this, and what you're going to do is you're going to kind of evade, block, cut my hands, and then you're going to hit me in the heart a total of 4 times, and then we'll switch roles. So just slowly go for my heart. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and then it's his turn, so he's going to attack me. I might do whatever I do with the shield, and then I try to sneak in a little strike there. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and then the drill goes back and forth. So practice that for a second.